Our changing expectations not only on the quality of coins but also their potential financial return on investment, I think has shifted considerably over the last couple of years. Part of that is due to this craze of coin grading and the expectation of humongous returns for a perfect graded coin. But that has, in my opinion, negatively impacted how we as collectors should be looking at these coins. So let's do a deep dive and think more about how we as collectors and investors can actually sensibly buy and invest in these wonderful coins. Everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a very warm welcome to you all joining me for this week's In Focus Friday, the show where we take a good close look at cool things made of silver and gold. And I've got some lovely raw mint coins in graded slabs here to look at, but those aren't going to be the focus. We've got some brand new coins from the raw mint, but the graded coins are out here because I do want to talk about grading, our expectations when we get new coins from the raw mint, and this ever wanton number of 70, this magical 70 number that a lot of collectors and investors in coins that are new to the market think if you don't get that, there's no point. And that is shifting our expectations of the coins that we get from the raw mint and other mints around the world when we take delivery. So let's have a good close look at these brand new coins from the raw mint and talk a little bit about the changing expectations that I have observed within my own standards, but also I think within the wider world of kind of coin collecting and whether or not they're a good thing. And I personally don't necessarily think that they are. I think there's some big negatives that are coming out of this. So here is the set we're going to have a look at, the Lion of England 2022 UK Silverproof 2-coin set. And one of the coins in this set is different to your standard proof 1 ounce silver. It's reverse frosted and it looks great. I love these. These are actually my favorite, I think, of the entire sort of Tudor Beast collections, this being the Lion of England, the second now within the series. And here's the reverse frosted one. It just looks wonderful. I love frosted coins, I really do. And there's the other one there. Sorry, a little bit of humidity on the capsule. There it is in all of its glory. So you can see these two wonderful coins that I've got here. Now, the quality of these has been a subject of many videos that I've made and countless others have made as well. And I'm very fortunate to say that this frosted one here is issue free, as far as I can see anyway, with the naked eye and a good little zoom in with a loop. There is one issue on this coin here. You can just probably about make out on the right hand side there's an issue there on the rim. There you can see it all really nice and big and shiny ding on the rim. So the question then comes is, what do you do? Do you send back a perfectly good coin and have one here that's got one ding on it? Or do we make do? Now, I think it's really important to make it clear that when a mint creates the coins like these, yes, there are quality issues which are unacceptable, but there are also quality issues which are deemed to be acceptable. And a lot of people don't realize that when you get these coins from places like the Raw Mint or the US Mint or whichever mint around the world is making them, that often you won't be guaranteed a 70. And I think a lot of people's expectations now is that a proof coin is meant to be the perfect of perfect coins. It is meant to be as perfect as it can be. And a PF70 is what is expected. And if maybe you're unlucky, maybe a third of all the coins that are issued will be at that PF69. But what a lot of people don't know is that actually PF68 and above is really the acceptable standard from the Raw Mint. Now, I've seen other coins that have been graded from the raw mint get lower than that. On a few occasions, I've heard stories of customers who've gone back to the raw mint after having coins graded lower than that and had their coin replaced. That's not necessarily policy from the raw mint, but that's what I've heard. So it is possible to get coins from the raw mint which aren't perfect. And I think a lot of people are missing that point right now. So when you see coins like these come out from the raw mint, I think what I do as a collector is I look at the overall aesthetic of it, and if there's something glaringly obvious with this coin to the naked eye that says to me that is not good, that's going to really detract from it, then it's a return type situation. Now for me, this particular coin here has obviously got one bit of an issue, and that's something to factor in. But for me, I am not worried about that, and there's a few things that have shifted in my expectations over the years. I've certainly become more cautious of my coins that I get from the raw mint, and I think the more expensive a coin is, the more I pay attention. So having had a few of the 1 ounce gold proof coins, for example, from the raw mints, they get a thorough examination. Of course, you want to try and make sure they are as perfect as they can be. Now, what you do have, obviously, as a consumer is the right to just return it. So replacing is sometimes a bit difficult. For example, now I'm no expert when it comes to this, but I could theoretically return this coin to the Royal Mint because of this issue here. And I'd have to return the frosted one as well, which is perfect. And that's the key coin for me. I don't really care about this coin here. I mean, it's not particularly great to be able to say, yeah, this £95 coin that I've spent money on is, nah. But I really don't mind about that. As long as I get the frosted one in this particular set good, I'm really not too bothered, because at the end of the day, this coin here, it's a £95 coin that might one day be £150. With that ding, it's probably going to be another £100 coin at best. At worst, it's going to be, £85, £90 coin. Still going to hold its value, in my opinion, over time. That one small issue. I mean, you could even theoretically grade this, and it could be, could easily be a 68, 69 from that one issue that's on there. So, a lot of people don't even know that a 70 grade is often, it's got one or two issues on there as well. So a 70 grade doesn't have to be completely, utterly flawless. So our expectations there, I think, are getting a little bit distorted by this kind of grading side of things. And I don't want to specifically blame grading, but coin grading is certainly something that's contributed a lot to our, I think, the sort of culture now of expectation of perfection from various mints. Now, I'm not saying that the mints should be excused when they do shoddy work and they supply coins which are in even worse condition than you see these particular ones. But, for example, getting a perfect 70 grade on a coin now is deemed as the only way that you can make money on some of these proof coins. And it has been for a couple of years. And I think there's this hype around it. There's this kind of market around it that's unhealthy. There's this kind of collectors, flippers market on it where people buy, things like the Great Engravers coins straight from the mint, go and get them graded straight away, flip them as soon as they come back as the graded 70s. I've noticed that, with the Great Engravers now, you've seen this kind of fall off the cliff in terms of the the massive returns. So the heyday of the Una and the Lion graded 70 selling for 30 times issue price is well out the window now. You're looking at best, making some money on the 70s. At worst, when you get 69s, you're actually losing money on some of these Great Engravers coins. Where that market will be in a long term, I don't know. I still think that having them and keeping them will be a really good thing to do. But if I had looked back throughout my buying career and selling, and I'd bought the Una and the Lion and had it graded, if somebody offered me 20 times return, yeah, snap that hand off, because that's not normal. And I think that's taking, that's just an example of why the market is a bit weird right now when it comes to graded coins. And our expectations of what we can get from that, I think, is based out of a lot of greed now, which is a shame. And that then follows through to ruining for a lot of the other kind of coin collectors out there, because we've seen some of the examples of the ridiculous queue systems on Royal Mint release days, and people just simply taking their coins, their numbers in the queue, and taking all the coins they can. If they sell them on eBay within a day, great. If they don't, they return them to the Royal Mint. It's just this culture now, which is, the Royal Mint's somewhat a victim of their own success in many ways. But, from my perspective as a collector, it didn't used to be like this. There used to be coin flippers, and there certainly were them. And I was flipping the odd coin here and there when I got coins from the Royal Mint. But now the culture is very different, very, very different indeed. And I think part of that as well is down to the fact that the whole world of social media now is very different. The animal that is YouTube, is Instagram, is Reddit, Facebook, all of these have now drastically shifted what we as collectors and investors want from our coins. A lot of the time, I've made videos in the past, you go back 3-4 years, I've done videos where I say 9 out of 10 proof coins will be complete flops and they'll not make you money. And you just got to look at some of the piles of old proof coins that I've purchased at spot price or less from the open market to really understand that the vast majority go in the bin and they really are not great. But now there is this resurgence and we can only react to the market. So, shrewd investors and shrewd buyers will be hedging. That's kind of what I'm doing as well to a certain degree. But at the same time, I'm also enjoying the coins for what they are. And that's a shift from me in terms of my strategy of buying a bunch of bullion before and now looking at the more collectible. I'm basically diversifying my stack, which is the most important thing for me. So yeah, there's a lot of shift in expectation, a lot of shift in the way that we are looking at coins these days. And I get that people want to have the best return on their potential coins when they buy them. But it is, I think, causing this sort of, this I don't know quite what the right phrase is, this sort of unrealistic expectation of how good every coin will be. And I've certainly seen some people questioning, 10 times magnification, one small, tiny little mark on a coin. And that's just even more magnification than the coin graders would even look, let alone what you would see if you were looking to buy that coin. And there is no such thing, I think, as a perfect coin. When you go far enough, any magnification is going to reveal, a single imperfection. If you get unlucky and you have a coin like this one here, where the tiny little bit of detailing is sort of spoiling it, one part of it spoils it for the rest of the coin. That is what it is, and it's down to your own decision whether you return that. For me, as part of this set, I don't really want to, because I don't want to risk not having this beautiful reverse frosted proof one. So, expectations are a fickle thing, and they change year on year, week on week almost. And, it is interesting to see how they go. Graded coins, I'm not really here to just sort of, bash grading. I think grading is a good thing. I grade coins. And in fact, in selling some of the graded coins, the ones you see right now, they're up on eBay. And I'll put a link down to my eBay store down there. I bought numbers of these that were higher than what I needed for my collection, and I wanted a PF70 collection of all of them, and these are the spares that I got. Getting duplicates of the 70s in these, and getting a 70 on the other doubles that I got from these. So, they're for sale. I don't have any issues with the coin grading in principle, but I do think it is causing this interesting shift in expectation for a lot of what we're doing in the coin world. So that's where we are. That's what I think. I'd love to know what you think of the whole situation. And of course, let me know what you think about this reverse frosted proof set. The reverse frosted proof coin itself is just phenomenal. I love it. I think it's brilliant. And I think it's going to be a real heavy hitter when it goes down into the future. That collection of all 10 of them is going to look sublime. If you haven't seen my full stack video of the Queen's Beasts, you just wait until 5-6 years time when we've got all of the Tudor Beasts, and these. Oh, they're going to look good. I might send these frosted ones off for grading as well, because I do think that the one thing that grading does very well is to present them nicely in a better way than just having them in the capsule, in the box. And that's one thing that I do think is really good about the coin grading. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've enjoyed the video, you know what to do. If you want to buy these coins, then go and check out my eBay store. Otherwise, that's it from me. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you on the next video. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.